Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be a beginning prep video for Thanksgiving. So we're doing Keto Thanksgiving around here, you guys, for 2020. So if you're new to our channel, my name's Shakema. I'm a single mom. I have 4 children, 2 girls, 2 boys, 1 fur dog named Gracie. I also have a fur grand dog. His name is Acro. He's awesome. They're all awesome. And we are a keto family. We have been doing keto now going into our 3rd year. We started in September of 2018, I believe, was our official start. In November of that year, I actually did, let me see, was it November of that year? I actually did Thanksgiving at my mom's, at Beauty's house, before, of course, Beauty passed away in 2019. So I did... I did 2 Thanksgivings. I did regular Thanksgiving for all the people who were coming over that did regular food. And I did a keto Thanksgiving for me. I do not require my children to eat keto at holidays if we are going to be with non-keto eaters. But I eat keto for Thanksgiving. So for this year, 2020, I've got a couple dishes that I'm going to be making. And I thought I would get a good head start on some shopping for it. And I do want to thank those of you lovelies who have sent either gift cards for Aldi or Food Line or Harris Teeter or what have you. If you've blessed our family, Amanda over at the Bills, Amanda at the Bills, they've changed their name to the Bills, actually had a butcher box sent to us that had a turkey in it, and it had some sausage and bacon. And I was actually going to cook that sausage. And then the Holy Spirit reminded me, Shakema, you use sausage in your stuffing, so save it. And I was like, oh, good looking out, Holy Spirit. So I was thankful for that. What I did do is I grabbed out this is just a binder that I put together with a lot of keto recipes that I printed offline. And I'm going to just go down and kind of make a list of some of the things that I'm really thinking about for Thanksgiving. So a couple things that I know I have to cook are greens. Now I have kale in my garden that I need to pick, and prayerfully by Thanksgiving, because I'm going to give it a first initial pick, but by Thanksgiving there'll be another pick. That's just in a couple weeks. If we go ahead and pick it now, I do feel like it will spring back. So I'm going to do greens with smoked turkey. I think I'm going to do turkey, either turkey necks or legs. I don't want to have too much smoked meat, so I may just get 1 turkey drumstick, or I may just get a couple turkey necks and see how that works out. And then I'm going to do those in the Instant Pot. I love Instant Pot greens. I'm going to do it for about 45 minutes just to break those greens down, because I'm doing fresh greens. So I'm going to do collards, and I may do collards and kale mixed, but I am going to buy them fresh. So I do know that. And then to break that meat down, which I'll put the meat down in the bottom so that they can really get the pressure, is to make sure that meat gets broken down. Because what I'll do then is I'll take the meat off the bone and mix it into the greens. So I'm going to do that. We are going to do a keto cornbread. And I'm going to use Southern Keto's Cookbook's cornbread. But I'm also going to do a little mini baby corns that I saw that Keto Lady put in hers. And I have her e-cookbook. So she takes a few of those baby corns, not even a lot, maybe 4 or 5. And I'm actually going to just put them in my food processor and grind them up so that you actually get some of the cornbread so you get some of the corn in the cornbread. It's very low in macros when you just take a couple of those little tiny baby corns. And I've been looking for those, haven't been able to find it, but I'm going to look again. I am going to do the cranberry sauce. That is a sugar-free cranberry sauce. Now I'll do that in 3 ingredients. I do cranberries, sugar-free orange marmalade, and I do monk fruit sweetener. I use the brown. And I think I might I don't think I put anything else in it. I found the recipe on Pinterest for a 3-ingredient easy cranberry sauce, and I just adapted it to be more keto friendly using the sugar-free orange marmalade and the monk fruit, the golden. And I actually made it 3 times last year for different events prior to the shutdowns and everything, different events. And it went like that. People were like, oh, that was lovely. I even had one of our friends from church, Miss Diane. She's like, Shakema, can I take some of that home? Take any of it home that you want. But I'm going to make enough so that I can actually go back the next day or week or something. And I can make Jennifer over at A Country Life. She was a part of Croctober Extravaganza, and she did a cranberry chicken. And I want to try her cranberry chicken. Of course, I've got 80 pounds of chicken thighs in my freezer, garage freezer. And so I want to try the cranberry chicken in the crock pot. So I'm going to make enough so that I'll be able to have cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving, but also cranberry sauce for the keto cranberry chicken, crock pot cranberry chicken. So I know I'm doing that. So let's see, that's greens, cornbread, cranberry sauce. Oh, I'm going to do stuffing, keto stuffing. My kids like, who doesn't like stuffing? Is that Jackson? Mm-hmm. Jackson doesn't like stuffing. That's okay. Alana and I, we used, see if I can find it. We used pork rinds. We actually use pork cracklings. We don't use pork rinds. We use pork cracklings. And we love, love, love. Let me see if I can find it. No, that's not the one I want. But it's really, really good. Oh my goodness. Look under the right letter. P. I'm looking up S. Oh, okay. It's called, wait a minute. This one is a cheddar beer bread and sausage stuffing. I think, oh, here it is. This is from All Day I Dream About Food. Spicy sausage and cheddar stuffing. So this is a stuffing that I used. I don't know that I didn't use spicy sausage, I don't think, last time. I just used regular sausage. And then I didn't do the cheddar biscuits. Last time I actually made Southern Keto's cornbread, and I made it the night before, and I actually made a cornbread stuffing. And that worked out really, really, really good. But I actually use pork rinds. I use pork rinds instead of bread. And we use the pork cracklings instead of the pork rinds because they don't have any meat in the middle. And what ends up happening is like they get soggy. When you use the pork cracklings, they kind of maintain their hold a little bit. And it works out really good. It works out real good. I have done these low-carb pumpkin pie cupcakes. I've done these before. And this is from All Day I Dream About Food. So these are not my recipes. These are her recipes. And I think I'm going to give this a try. The other thing that I have done, and I think I'm going to, well, no, I haven't done this one. But who is it? Keto Connect did a sweet potato souffle using pumpkin. So I'm going to try that this time. So I'm going to do a pumpkin souffle to take the place of sweet potato because I really like sweet potato souffle, but I can't have sweet potato. So I'm going to try to give it give the pumpkin a sweet potato flavor. We'll see how that turns out. Oh, here it is, y'all. Wrong stuffing recipe, but I like that one. This is from yall.com. This is pork rind stuffing. This is what I used. This is the one I used. And I will try to link these in the description box below of all of the recipes I'm planning to use if I can find them. I'm trying to get a little better at linking because I know people ask, so I'm trying. This is pork rind stuffing, and this was really, really good. And Alana likes stuffing, Jackson not so much. I have done the cauliflower mac and cheese. I've done cauliflower mash. Here's also in the back of this is where I'm finding all of my keto Thanksgiving recipes. I have turkey gravy, keto gravy recipe. This comes from ISaveATuesday.com. And that's a recipe that I could use. Also, here's my sugar-free This is a sugar-free cranberry sauce that they have. It's savorytooth.com. But I went on Pinterest and I typed in 3-ingredient cranberry sauce. I had seen it on Facebook before and I typed it in, and it's simply cranberries, a jar, or I don't know if you use the whole jar. I have to go back and remember. But it's orange marmalade and golden monk fruit. You can use the classic if you want. I just tend to like the golden, and it worked out perfectly fine for me. I made them whole. I used the whole cranberries, and then when it was starting to get a little bit, when it was at the end of the cooking, I just took my potato masher and mashed it. And then right at the very, very end, I put in a tiny bit of xanthan gum just to kind of make it gel up a little bit, solidify a little more so it wasn't so runny. Worked out exactly perfectly is all I'm saying. So I put that down. What else did I say I was cooking? I'm forgetting something, I know. I know I'm forgetting something. So I have greens, cornbread, cranberry sauce, stuffing, and pumpkin souffle. Those are like my sides. We need a sweet. Do we want to do the chocolate cherry bread? Did we like that? Did we like the chocolate cherry bread? Or do we want to do a cheesecake? Or do we want to try to do cheesecake muffins? Do we want to do that Keto Lady's, her cheesecake? The chocolate chip cheesecake? Or sometimes we do a cranberry cheesecake because I have the cranberry sauce. So we'll do some kind of dessert. Or do we want to do, Jackson, do we want to do a cranberry cake? Like use a Southern Keto's cake recipe and then put in some cranberry sauce and just stir it in, do like a swirl? Oh, let's do that. Because sometimes cheesecake is a lot and it'd be too much. So we're going to do a cranberry bundt cake. You know what? I'm going to need to buy another bundt pan because the one I got, I don't love it.
Because it has no butts?
Yeah, because it's just a round, I want to do, or we could do the mini bunts. Cranberry bundt cake. And I'm going to say using the Southern Keto cake recipe. Now, for people doing keto and you're trying to find a sweet, that is the recipe that I use as the base of any cake I make. I don't care what it is. I've also used that cake I can do half and half, and I'll take half and put a little bit of pumpkin in. It makes it so moist. And also what I do is I put in 1 package of sugar-free Jell-O pudding mix, usually a vanilla or something that is not a lot of flavor or is going to turn it colors. And that also makes it very, very moist. So we're going to do a cranberry bundt cake. Let's plan on that, Jackson. And we'll use the cranberry relish that we have. We already have a cranberry relish that my friend Sandy shared with us the recipe. And then also one of my lovely subscribers sent me a case of the orange marmalade. So the kids and I have all that we need here now. And I actually bought a couple of those. So we'll even have cranberry sauce for Christmas because I do like to do that with a ham. I don't have a ham yet, but I will get a ham for Christmas. We usually do ham for Christmas because the kids usually are not here for Christmas. So I usually do a big Christmas breakfast because the kids usually go with their dad sometimes Christmas afternoon into the evening time. He usually tries to make that trip at least for Christmas. The kids probably won't see him at Thanksgiving, but that's perfectly fine. We just adapt to his schedule because he drives and stuff. So I think that's what I have on my list. I've got to do the greens, the smoked meat, the baby corns for the cornbread. I'm going to get more cranberries for the cranberry sauce. I have some, but I've got to use those. The keto stuffing, I've got to get pork rinds. So I'm going to make a list of things I need to get. So I need the baby corn. I need pork rinds or pork cracklings. There's a difference between rinds and cracklings. So I do like pork cracklings. I need pumpkin. Probably a couple of cans of that because I don't have pumpkin. I'm going to say 2 big cans. I need a bundt pan. And that's a large one. And I also am going to need probably more butter because I'll use a lot of butter for Thanksgiving. I need sugar-free Jell-O pudding. Also, I'm going to get some powdered erythritol because I don't have that. And I'm also going to need some sugar-free whip topping. Okay, so pork cracklings, I'm probably going to need 2 of those. Let me make sure that I have all of, see if I can't find that. Make sure I have all the ingredients. I know I have sage, I have poultry seasoning. So when you're going down and making your list for Thanksgiving, what you really want to do is make sure that you, oh, I need celery. Make sure you have all your ingredients. I need celery, I need onions, I don't have that. Chicken broth or bouillon, we do have. Sweetener, we have. Pepper, I need to get a new salt grinder because mine broke. And I have salt, I have the pink Himalayan crystal, so I have to get a salt grinder. Okay. Sausage I have. I may want to get 1 pack of the spicy sausage. And then mix the 2. I may do a mild and half of hot, just so I have a good mix. Pumpkin souffle. I do have pumpkin spice. So I'm going to have to go back and make sure that I watch that video from Keto Connect for the sweet potato souffle and see what they came up with. So I'm going to take my little list. I don't have a long list this time. This is my short list of things I need to get from the grocery store. And the kids and I are going to head out and pick up some things. And we may take you into the grocery store. It just depends on how many people are out and what's going on. We're not real sure. So we don't want to promise, but we'll do our best. If not, we will at least share with you the grocery haul. Okay, you guys, so Jackson and I are at Walmart. We are going to look at our list. So I have a couple new recipes that I'm trying this time. And I think what I'm going to do is, because our friend is coming over for lunch, I think I'm going to give them a try for lunch. At least the cake, the cranberry cake, Jackson. And the sweet potato souffle, the faux sweet potato souffle. So you want to give those a try? We got to try them out though. Or we can make pumpkin muffins with cream cheese.
You make.
Yeah, I'll make them. Oh, you're not trying to help me? What about for your content?
Okay, Mom, but my phone's almost dead, so I have to charge it in free.
You have to charge it. Yes, I have to understand. Jackson said his phone is almost dead. Let us correct that because I did say that my kids don't have cell phones. Jackson has my old cell phone for filming some videos because he is wanting to start his own vlog channel. So it's not connected to anything, like he can't make phone calls, but the iMovie still works. And so we'll get the clips together and then transfer it onto the computer so it can be uploaded. I actually have 3 YouTube channels. I only use 1. And there's another channel that's kind of dormant that I'm going to let him put some stuff up on. We don't have anything up there yet, but we're working on it. And I'll link it.
I thought you only had 2. What's the third one for?
I have 3. Let me do what I want. I do what I want. Shamika said. So anyway, we're going to head into Walmart. We have a small list. I think we might have added a few things since we made the list yesterday. But we are heading into, oh, I don't have my seatbelt on. I had my seatbelt on first. But when I got into the parking space, I was like, okay, let me just turn the video camera on. So we're heading into Walmart to kind of pick up a few things. Our friend is coming over at 3. So I want to make sure that I'm home and I have the majority of my stuff done already before she gets there. Okay, so we are back from the grocery store. I got what was on my list. I got baby corn. I'm only going to need 1 of those because I'm only going to use a few of these. Just a couple of the 4 or 5 of them. we're going to put them in the food processor and grind them up and mix it with the cornbread mix, the skillet cornbread mix. I got this Carb Quick. I saw Simply Misty show this on her channel for pancakes, and Jackson really wanted to try pancakes that are not almond flour pancakes. So I let him get it. But y'all, this was $8 for 2 pounds, so $4 a pound. I'm like, I'm gonna have to be on a savings plan for some of this stuff because good granny. All right, I wanted to try the chayote like hash brown, like fried potatoes. So I picked up 2 of those. So I'm gonna give that a try, not today, but one day. They did not have small cans of pumpkin. So this is the 29 ounces of pumpkin, and I only need 7 ounces for to try the faux sweet potatoes. So I'm gonna just package this up into 7-ounce bags and throw them in the freezer, because I don't want to, once you open the can, you got to use it. And we were doing frozen pumpkin pops for ma'am, but she doesn't like them a lot. I mean, she'll eat them, but she doesn't like them in the amount that we make them. So I'm going to just put them in freezer storage bags, 7 ounces each, and throw them in a big freezer bag. Picked up just some blueberries because I didn't have any. I did not have pecan halves on my list, but I need those pecans for this pumpkin souffle. I did pick up 2 things of the sugar-free vanilla yogurt. Instant pudding, not yogurt. Instant pudding. I'm going to put this in my cake batter. I'm going to actually just use one, and I use the Southern Keto recipe for cake, for any base cake that I make. And then we also picked up a bundt cake pan because we do not have one of these. I'm actually going to try the cranberry orange cake today to see if how that comes out. And then we picked up some of these golden cracklings. These aren't the ones we normally buy, but the ones we normally buy they did not have. So I got the things that I needed for just those few quick recipes. Like I'm trying this recipe early. I'm probably going to buy more pecans next week and then more of this next week. But there's a couple recipes that I have to try out before I make them for Thanksgiving. And so I need to make sure that I can do that. And then, like I said, Jackson wanted that. So if that works out, we'll do some biscuits because there's a biscuit recipe. So what I'm going to do now before my friend comes over is I'm going to get that cake made. We're going to put it in this bundt pan and see how it comes out because we wanted to try this before we end up taking it somewhere. So we're going to give it a try, see what it comes out tasting like. All right, you guys. So I've gotten the base cake layer made. I'm going to put it in this bundt pan. And I like this bundt pan better. Mine doesn't have the ridges. And I think that somehow just helps it cook a little bit differently. Got this from Walmart. $8.97 at Walmart. So the base is made. Now how I'm going to make this the orange cranberry is I'm going to take some of that cranberry relish that we made the other day. And I'm going to spoon it in and swirl it around. I'm not going to put a lot. And I didn't want to put it in the whole cake to turn it colors, because I just wanted it to be subtly throughout the cake. And yes, I'm scraping all of this cake batter off. Yes, I am, in Jesus' name. Yes, and yes, and yes. So I'm scraping this off. And then I'm going to smooth this cake around in this pan. So I'm just going to take the back of this spatula, just kind of smooth this around. It is a thick batter, so be prepared for that. It is a thicker batter. And again, this is a Southern Keto's recipe, her base recipe in her in the Southern Keto cookbook for this is the glazed coconut bundt cake. But of course, I'm not doing the coconut glaze. I'm not even doing a glaze. Although I did think about doing like a caramel sauce on top. Maybe we'll see. That might be a lot of layers. So I'm not sure if that will work. And again, this is that cranberry relish that I made the other day. So I'm going to take a couple dollops and just dollop it around. That's going to be plenty. I'm just going to take my knife and kind of cut it in a little bit. I probably should have put it in the batter. That might have worked out a little bit better, but I'm just going to swirl it around to kind of get it involved. I didn't want it to be overly, but it looks like it's getting overly involved. We'll see how it turns out. It might not look the prettiest, but we're going to flip the bundt out anyway. So we'll see. I should have just gone ahead and incorporated it. But at least this is why you try things out before the holiday. So on the day of the holiday, you're just not trying to figure out if it's going to work. So makes it nice and pink. I'm really concerned that it gets on the inside of the cake, not necessarily just the top layer of it.
I think we should call it the pink bottom and brown top layer.
Yeah, I probably should have incorporated it in the mix. But I did take my knife and go through it, so hopefully it got incorporated into the bottom layers. But again, like I said, if it didn't, then I'll know for next time to just go ahead and incorporate it in the batter. And maybe, you know, you can play around with just a little bit or a lot. All right, this is going into a 350-degree oven for 55 minutes. All right, y'all, so here is the cake. And we are going to, we sliced into it. Remember, I added in the relish. Oh, see, now that makes me unhappy because it didn't penetrate all the way through. So what I'll do next time is I'll go ahead and add it into the batter so it's not just on the top. I wanted it to kind of, oops, go all the way down to the, into all the layers, but it didn't. So I see that right now. That was my mistake. So I'll fix it for next time. But the reason that I tried the recipe ahead of time was just to really see how it was going to come together. So this is just a learning experience. Next time we will fold it in and then put it into the bundt cake. So anyway, I'm going to end the vlog here. We will probably have a couple more videos before Thanksgiving, but that is just us planning for Thanksgiving and trying out some recipes. Like the video, thumb it up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.